of Elmswood, young Sarah lived with her mother in an old, creaky house at the end of Maple Street. The house had its own charm but was filled with odd nooks and crannies that seemed to whisper secrets. Sarah was a solitary child, often seen talking to her imaginary friend, Emma. Emma was her confidant, her playmate, and the one who understood her deepest fears. Sarah's mother, Laura, always thought Emma was a harmless figment of her daughter's imagination. She never paid much mind to the oddities in Sarah's behavior, chalking it up to childhood quirks. But one evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the yard, things began to change. Sarah was playing in her room, chattering away with Emma, when she heard a soft, almost imperceptible whisper. "Sarah, come play with me in the mirror," the voice said. Sarah looked at her full-length mirror, an antique with an ornate frame, and saw Emma's reflection waving at her. But something was off. Emma's smile seemed too wide, her eyes too dark. "Come on, Sarah. It'll be fun," Emma insisted, her voice echoing through the room. Against her better judgment, Sarah approached the mirror. As she reached out to touch the glass, her hand passed through it, sending a chill down her spine. On the other side, Emma's world was a twisted reflection of her own, darker, colder, and filled with eerie shadows that danced in the corners of her vision. "Welcome to my world," Emma said, her voice now a sinister growl. Sarah tried to pull her hand back, but Emma's grip was like iron, yanking her into the mirror. The room on the other side was a nightmarish version of her own, with peeling wallpaper, broken toys, and a faint, otherworldly light casting long, dark shadows. "Emma, let me go!" Sarah cried, panic rising in her chest. "Why would I let you go?" Emma replied, her form shifting and twisting, becoming more monstrous with each passing second. "I've been alone for so long, Sarah. Now you can stay with me forever." Back in the real world, Laura heard her daughter's screams and rushed to her room, only to find it empty. The mirror stood ominously, reflecting nothing but darkness. Desperate, she called out for Sarah, her voice trembling. In the twisted mirror world, Sarah ran through the distorted version of her house, trying to find a way out. Shadows clawed at her, whispering her name, promising eternal playtime. Emma was always close behind, her laughter echoing through the halls. "Sarah, don't you want to be my friend?" Emma taunted. "Friends never leave each other, right?" As Sarah stumbled through the house, she found a small, broken shard of mirror. Remembering a story her grandmother once told her about mirrors and spirits, she clutched the shard tightly. When Emma lunged at her, Sarah thrust the shard towards her, causing Emma to recoil with a hiss. With Emma momentarily weakened, Sarah used the shard to cut through the fabric of the mirror world, creating a small tear. She squeezed through the opening, feeling the world pull at her, trying to keep her trapped. Summoning all her strength, she broke free, tumbling back into her real room. Laura was there, her face pale with fear. She hugged Sarah tightly, not understanding what had happened, but relieved to have her daughter back. The mirror, now cracked and lifeless, no longer held Emma's sinister reflection. From that day on, Sarah never spoke of Emma again. The mirror was covered with a heavy cloth, a silent reminder of the nightmare they narrowly escaped. And though Sarah grew older and eventually moved away, she could never shake the feeling that somewhere, in some dark corner of the world, Emma was still watching, waiting for another chance to play.